Hello, welcome to the third and final part of the My Focuser Pro build series. This part will cover the uploading of firmware and the updating of the ASCOM software for the max steps and step size. Hope you enjoy. Please comment below. Okay, so we're now going to start doing some programming. I've built all the hardware for both scopes. Got both the project boxes set up. So now we're going to upload the code to the Arduino, and then after that we're going to go into the ASCOM desktop application to fill in some of the calculated details we did earlier, such as the stepper size and the max focus travel, etc. So let's crack on. I've got the Arduino connected up via USB and to a 12 volt power supply, but I haven't got the 12 volt switched on yet. So I've just got the USB in to upload the program. So the program we're going to use for this build is the MyFP2 DRV 8825 HW203319. That's the software that goes with this board build. There's a multitude of Arduino sketches for all the different board types, but this is the one I need to use for this board. So first of all, we'll open the Arduino firmware up, go into the focuser config.h file. I don't need to do much with this, I just need to define the correct driver board, which is this one here. So you uncomment out that line. You basically uncomment lines that apply to your focuser. So I've got that board. I've not got a home position switch, so I'll leave that. Not got a stepper detect. Not got a temperature probe. Not got a rotary encode. I've not got infrared. No push buttons. And now I don't know what that is. So obviously haven't got that. Output devices. Now you've got a buzzer and LEDs. I haven't got a buzzer, but I have got the LEDs. So I've uncommented that, and that's it. Got no Bluetooth. So yeah, nothing. That's it. No LED, no LCD, no LEDs. Displays, that is. So we'll verify that before uploading. Yeah, okay, so we'll upload. Okay, so now we've got your Arduino firmware uploaded. We need to set the flash memory with some of the information we calculated earlier. Two things we need are max steps and step size, so to say. First thing we need to do, switch on, plug your Arduino into your USB port and power on with 12 volts your PCB. Select COM port, 9600 COM speed, nothing else ticked other than nothing on connect send, nothing. Connect. The focus are working. I'll put it as a picture in picture. So once you've connected, in your focuser position, hopefully you've set your half a turn out and locked everything down on the motor. And that's your 0 position. So you put 0 in there and click on set position. Your max steps are what you calculated earlier, for the ST80 it's 6,400 or 6,400 steps from full in to full out. And that leaves half a turn either end to avoid crashing. So you type that in max steps and select set. In your motor settings, I've got it on fast, on full stepping. If you're doing anything else such as half stepping, 16 stepping, 8 stepping, etc., you'll need to select it in this box. But now push button, so that doesn't matter. Step size for the ST80 with this configuration again, 1.18 microns. Select enable. Now I have set this previously and I had the issue the motor was moving backwards. Now you'll notice a reverse direction there. When you hover over it, says check reverse direction if stepper is moving the wrong way. I tried that and it's still the same. Reading further into the PDF, it tells you if your motor's moving the wrong way, you need to swap over pin 1 and pin 2 on your wiring. That's like reversing the coil, the polarity of one of the coils, and that will bring your motor the correct way. So I did that and it's worked. Let you see those. So once you've done filled all that in, you click set. You go into your main tab. Now you can start moving your focuser. Now be prepared for a bit of noise because these are noisy, but obviously you've only got to do them once. I'm going to go full 500 steps because I know this is correct. Hopefully. I think I've got it working now. I've had to do a small redesign of the plate. I think it was fouling, stopping the motor from turning. So we're now back where we was. So if I go plus 500, there you go. Hopefully you can see that moving. Still a bit of clicky, but so you can also type a position in. So I'm going to go back to 0 and you go to position. Like I said, it's noisy as hell, but once you're focused, that's it for the night. I can hear something click. I'm pretty sure it's still fouling on this plate, but I need to do a little bit of a redesign on that plate. Right, let's just try and have a look at this jog in and out, see if there's... Oh, that's very slow. There's actually a manual jog mode in now. Yeah, back to 0. Okay, I think we're working. So I think I'll conclude the video. I will come on at the end just to go through some of the teething troubles and some things I've changed. So, okay, once we have done the desktop ASCOM application setup, next thing we need to do is install the ASCOM drivers so you can use it via various imaging capture softwares. So the first thing to do is, there are 2 drivers available if you want to use 2 scopes. So in my instance, because I'm set by 2 autofocus, I'll install both of those. If you are using one, you only need to do the FP2 ASCOM and not the FP2 ASCOM 1 setups. So you install those. once that's done, you'll open up a piece of imaging software. I'm using SharpCap for the example. I do use BIOS. All this capture software will have the same kind of setup. So if we select a virtual camera for the time being, in scope controls, all you'll have is the notes box. You won't have the scope control area yet until you've set up your driver. So if you go into SharpCap settings, into the hardware tab, you can select your ASCOM driver, click on properties, select your COM port, baud rate. This is exactly the same as the Windows app, so I'll put the same information in. Initial focus position 0, max steps, whatever that is, and your step size. Don't update on connect because you've already set those up in your Windows desktop application. Once you've done that, click connect, apply and OK. Once you've done that, you'll have the scope control section pop up, and then you can tick connect. Oh, one point and note, in the hardware section you can connect automatically when you open a camera. I've left that line unchecked because I'll do it manually. So click on connect, then the scope focuser will connect, and then you can control the scope from your capture application. Also bear in mind we've gone from 0 to 600 there. If you want to go to a specific place, you can type it in, press enter, and it'll go to wherever you put it. Setup, go back into your driver setup box, and then all you need to do once you're finished is disconnect, then pack up for the day. I can't think of anything else we might have missed. So you do exactly the same for your second focuser if you've used it, but like I say, I was having trouble with that earlier, but thinking about it, PhD2 doesn't have a focuser section in the software anyway, so I should be using the Windows ASCOM application rather than a driver. Okay. Some changes I'd make to the hardware changes. First of all, I'd probably make the reduction gearbox out of nylon. I've never printed nylon before, but I think that would be the best material to use. Another note, the bracket I designed for the ST80, I do have to split it in two to get it in the bag. On the noise front, they are very noisy motors, so what I'd probably recommend if you're making one yourself is to, if you have the any of the equipment that's in the examples, then use what they say in the examples, because buying a stepper motor with a reduction gearbox on it will be a lot more sturdy than a 3D printed one, and quieter. The calculations, I do like maths, but I'm not the best at it. So again, if you've got the hardware in the PDF, the calculations are done for you there. On a final note, this is my debut video, so any comments, good, bad or indifferent, I'll welcome them. And bear in mind the kits were used for both making the focuser and recording the video is what I had to hand, so I've just made do with what I had. Maybe that'll improve if I do more videos. that's the plan anyway. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. That concludes part 3 and concludes the My Focuser Pro build. Please leave comments, like and or dislike. Please subscribe. This is my first video and I hope you enjoyed.